Hello, this is Shrike playing more Commander Quest. I am still waiting for the devs to release another commander. They are working on it, supposedly, but we haven't heard anything for a while. So in the meantime, since we're kind of running out of decks to actually test, I'm thinking of doing one more run through each of the 8 existing commanders, both human and dwarf, and do what I think is probably my favorite or the best standard deck for them to do. I'm going to do it on not state Ascension 20. I'm going to actually just put it on a little bit more on the lower side on stage 11, because then we still get the more reinforced danger battles, boss battles, normal battles. They all get their extra units spawned in earlier spawns, etc. to keep things interesting. We still get the sheep, but the sheep is actually a playable card instead of being a curse card. But without all of the absolute insanity of the really high difficulties. Just to have things a little bit, be a little more relaxed. We've done a lot of Ascension 20 runs lately, and I want a little bit of relax. So, I want a little bit of relax. Yes, that's exactly good English, yes. I'm thinking 3 Lions Flag and Oxford Knights is generally the strongest combo Richard could have. But that is mainly because getting way more units also applies to Oxford Knights. So you get 9 Oxford Knights. And the Oxford Knights are super fast, they're tanky, they have charge. You can buff them for more damage if you do that at the same time as say like Solidifying Will. It's really, really strong. And you can use it to finish things very quickly. The other combo of Lion's Roar and Giant's Cross is a great value long term, but it's not necessarily going to win you a lot of clutch situations where Oxford Knights and 3 Lions Flag absolutely can. So that's what I'm going to do for Richard. In his base setup of just the axe, which does 5 damage, is decent, but you can get direct damage from other sources. Not the most fantastic thing ever. And healing 7 after every combat is just okay. Let's get a rare relic, or I could enhance a card. Enhancing the light cav might not be a terrible start. And then we could go directly to Wacky Lab, perhaps. Ooh. Look at all this stuff on the bottom that's really good. And then on top is the letter. I could get a rare relic. But let's actually just enhance a card. Be a little bit different. Let's have more units. More units is good. So we're going to get 11 light calves every time we play that card. And we're just going to mosey on the bottom here. Like so. We're going to enhance the second card at this point. And get a shop at the end. That's quite nice, actually. So our goals will be, we'll want some form of direct damage. And probably area damage and replacement. Those are usually the 3 core things that you want. Just have a little bit of it in your deck, because that will solve problems like enemy units being on high ground, or with replacement, or just being in general hard to reach places. You want some way to deal with stealth units, so direct damage can do that. You can also use structures or with counterattack. That also works. But watch, I can now do this. And he'll just charge through all of these things, taking 0 damage because they're armored, and then win. Very, very fast and efficient. There are a bunch of fights that have ranged units, so having shielded units is pretty decent. But direct damage also, I find, can kill most ranged units. At least until Chapter 3. Got an Owlbear. Or Traces of the Rush. Traces of the Rush is definitely probably what we want. Yeah. If we're doing a Cav deck, because get so much more out of them from 3 lines flags. Plus, I can also do things like this, and then have Cav, even though I didn't draw it on turn 1. And I get a lot of them. And now that we have companion sheep, I can use it to distract a little bit as well. Well, I think since we're not playing on Ascension 20 for once, you can actually just charge right through those only 4 health assassins, or rogues. They are rogues. Tribal Merchant. I mean, mana is just generally always good. Especially, well, it's always good if you can have enough card draw to make use of it. Or your deck is expensive enough to make use of it. Which, if you're following basic good deck building practices, will happen quite a lot. Deal 2 damage to all enemy units on the battlefield. Because obviously, the more you go through your deck with card draw, or having a very small deck, the more you get to draw your good cards, your good powerful cards, and therefore have a stronger deck overall. This is why I so aggressively remove the basic militia cards, because otherwise it just fills your deck with bad draws. Like, imagine if these militias were just more light cav or something more beneficial. I just put the sheep there just for fun. It's not really going to do anything in this combat. I like to put the archers on the top lane, top and bottom lane. I didn't draw the second one. It's actually a really good counter to these mercenaries. But... oh, you know what I should have done? I should have just done this. These mercenaries are so slow that they take 3 turns to reach us, which is just kind of mind-boggling. I think I can do this, kill them, and then win. Trench, military arts, spearmen. Spearmen are good for one particular combat. There's what is it? It's the one with the necromancer. That danger battle. If you don't have spearmen or something that has a lot more HP, I mean, trench can also solve that problem. Well, it doesn't solve it, but it definitely helps. I think I'll take the spearman. It's just a safety measure. If we get that danger battle, we'll point it out, but we're going to experiment on our light cav, making it cheaper. Well, these are bad. Well, I'll give it exhaust. Because exhaust is not the end of the world. We still get to play it once. But it's not ideal. But if we can win fast enough, it won't really matter. I think I'll just play everything out. And there is a good chance using the sheep as a distraction so they turn around is great. Now he only has 70 HP total. So I'm just going to do this. And win. That is why Oxford Knights is just fantastic. Especially when you get more of them. Oh, it's so good. Contract Killer, I don't think is going to fit in our deck very well. Strategist is card draw, but when it's not enhanced, it's so much better when it's enhanced. Especially in the early game when we just don't have much mana. Blade Magic Circle can be very good later. But even if we just draw it, it's 2 damage to all enemy units on the field, so... because we have this Death Mask relic, I think it's worthwhile. This is the same danger battle I was talking about, where I want Spearmen for. Because I can put Spearmen to stop the charging enemy cavalry, so... but I didn't draw them, so I'm going to have to use our own cav against them. Oxford Knights are typically really good in this battle as well, on pretty much all difficulties, because they can just charge right through to the end. But if I do that, these archers are actually, will we kill them before that happens? Let's find out. I can always distract them with the sheep, perhaps. They turn around, which delays them. Now, can we win before we get shot? Almost. I took 1 shot, 4 damage. Do I want the mana? I probably want the mana more than the salad for health. Spiked armor. It's not very useful to us, but I'll take it. It's really good. Oh, I should say it's better in Chapter 3 to avoid horrible deaths. But until then, it's not that great of a relic. Do I want a watchtower? We don't really have a great use for it. I think I'll just re-roll. We don't have any ghosts. Old Teeth is nice, but I don't have any healing in my deck, and losing 10 HP kind of hurts. But it is a strong card. It gives you mana and card draw. And since you can only, it's exhaust, you can only play it once. So it's not going to clutter up your deck for very long if you play it. Rebel Shaman is good for stacking your deck. So if you want to put a really good card back on top of the pile to draw next turn, guaranteeing that you get it next turn. Or if you have card draw this turn, you can get it again immediately. But that kind of deck manipulation we already have with Trace of the Rush. Although it's less good because this is exhaust. So it's actually going to be kind of a dead draw for a while until we get more cav units. I'm just going to roll one more time and hope for something good. Barracks, Goblin Horde. Both are good. Don't really need the Goblin Horde. Doesn't solve any particular problems we have. It can be okay with Solidifying Will, but then it's just a bunch of 3/1s. Trace of the Rush, if we had more cav cards, I would take. Let's take the Barracks. Barracks is a pretty long-term play, but it is really good. Additional card when you draw a Tactics card, which I think we only have 2, but I mean, extra card draw is extra card draw. I think it's better for me than the Toy Lever right now. Toy Lever would give us more refreshes. I'm not too concerned at this point in time. I could enhance the Barracks, or I could enhance the Tribal Merchant. Or Solidifying Will. Let's get the Barracks upgraded. Because unupgraded, it's kind of trash. We'll get the letter in Chapter 2. Well, we got some options here. I don't really want to put these back here, but because then I can't summon any units on top of it. Could be okay here. Spearman will be decent. It's unfortunate that I can't have anything in this lane to start destroying stuff. Now, on Ascension 20, these would have a lot more health. Oh, we drew the base card, so we just did 2 damage to them. Neat. I mean, that's nice. I'm going to put these here. I should have played this first. I missed out on a little bit of damage, but that's okay. Wow, these spearmen did really good. What the heck? What the hecky? Why did I do so good? This is a joke on this difficulty. You'll get very low. Got 6 HP left. As soon as we break through here, we win. Or I could just randomly deal damage to him. Almost. Oh, yeah, the sheep got him. Wow, 60 more HP? Okay. We have a lot of max HP now. Mass ambush. is very good. Preaching Vice is also very strong. Because being able to flip not only your own units to be more offensive oriented, but also can use it on enemy structures to automatically destroy them. So they go from like 0-60 to 60-0 and therefore die. Very, very strong. Army of the Dead is... we're not playing like that many cards right now. So it's probably not the best. But we can remove cards. Or we can remove one card, I should say. Don't really need any more food. Our food is fine. Could take the bandage, but we got so much max HP, I don't think it matters. I think we're good. Plus, it's not even enhanced. Speaking of enhancing a card, making Preaching Vice 0 would be really nice, but let's do Tribal Merchant. That way it's pure profit. And this is when these structures, being able to flip them, be super duper good. Wow. I drew a base card. Deathmask just killed all of the starting archers. That's incredible. Do I have any other base cards in my deck? Maybe I just hold on to that and... Is that worth... Or do you think it's worth playing? I think it's probably just worth playing. They will respawn more, but... If I can get the... Preaching Vice, I can destroy these spawners very, very easily. I need an archer down here. In fact, I might just do the barracks and not worry about it. Yeah, I don't think I want to play my light cav right now because of their exhaust. And I will probably want them to kill the enemy commander at the end of this. I can Preaching Vice to just destroy at least these two to start with. And then every time we draw that card, we will have some problem solving. Let's just save our Mana Stone for when we actually need it. And this constant stream of archers just really solves that entire right-hand side, so... I'm a fan. This being exhaust really dampens the amount of damage we could be doing quite badly. So I could have played it twice at this point. But I think we'll be fine. I can do that. I can do this. And buff. Yeah, I think that buff is worth more than playing some Spearmen. And we're breaking through in plenty of time. I got another Preaching Vice, so I can actually destroy those. We're close to being able to... Wait, I wonder what happens if I Preaching Vice the fortified gate. I don't think it works that way. That'd be incredible if it did. Okay, I think this is a good time to do this, actually. It was, in fact. I'm going to Preaching Vice these so that they have 8 attack. And we are just going to crush him. I will Oxford Knights next turn. Not that we need it. That was very clean, easy. Do I want Red Notice? Red Notice is quite useful a lot of the times. We'll get double barracks too. Well, we go from 1 barracks to 2 barracks, which means we get 4 units per turn instead of 2. Pasture clearing. It's a base card, which does activate our death mask. Do I want to lose 20% of that HP? I guess so. Gain 1 additional protection each time protection is granted. We don't have any way to gain protection right now, but we definitely can in the future. Where is... So we need to go here. I think I'd rather the event rather than the combat over here. We'll go that way, and then where do we go from there? Shop. Danger battle. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, that seems good. This is a really weird generation. Like, it only goes down to 2 lanes. Have I ever seen that before? It's always like 4 lanes that go into the final. It converging like that is crazy rare. Pickpocket, well, we're going to lose some money in this time around, so that's kind of shitty, but oh well. We're going to have some problems here. Next turn. Might be worth assuming this to play the... I think that's definitely was worth it. I think this is worth it as well. We really need to, like a double sheep. I thought I might have underestimated the top, but no, we did it just right. We should be totally fine on top to do. That's a lot of archers. Oh, protective light. With eagle feather, that's really good. That also applies to our commander. Therefore, getting 2 protection allows us to avoid taking damage in the final hidden chapter fight. I don't need to heal, so I'll just pass in that event. It's just a dud for us. Dude, it's so nice to play on this difficulty now. Difficulty 20 is so brutal. These archers are going to do like no damage to these because they're shielded. But I kind of just wasted my time doing that. I better hope that we can... Well, they did some damage. Not great. I wish I had any kind of ranged units to deal with this stuff. Get a random tactics card, why not? That doesn't help. That doesn't help at all. Well. These guys on the bottom actually represent less overall damage to our face than the top did, so I just prioritized the top. Oh, all my units got destroyed. They're all dead, Jim. All of them. Wait, I don't think I have any cav units left. Oh no, I do. Now they become free. And now we can win next turn with Oxford Knights. There's nothing they can do to stop me. Isn't that fantastic? Oh, it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. Mercenary Captain. Oh, enhanced solidifying will. I mean, Tribal Migrant is really good for bouncing back the Tribal Merchant. But nothing else really synergizes with it. It would just be for that one combo. Wow. Well, solidifying will is definitely something we want in general. Let us enhance the barracks. Double the number of units. It's less impressive when it's just going to go from 1 to 2 and then the 3. But hey, I guess it's something. If I really wanted to, I could have save scummed and then put the double on the light cav or something, but again, it's already exhausted, so I'm not gonna lean into the light cav when it's got that kind of drawback that I can't work around right now. Oh, if only I had more money for the silver cloak. If only. Or the steel candlestick. That'd go great with eagle feather. Did I get mass ambush? I did not. Could buy it. It would be very good for the final chapter boss. I could even use it on the barracks. Be kind of interesting. Because you can use trenches with barracks as well. Trenches give you a summon tile that you can put wherever you want. If I buy that, it's like most of my money though. I think I'm just going to thin out my deck a little bit instead. Indigo Archive, I think is actually worth buying for 90. Another base card to draw to do 2 damage to everything. And being able to retain a card is a powerful effect. Rucksack Rummage, if it was enhanced, I would have considered it more, but... Okay, we're getting the harder version of this, which we can't really just cheese with Oxford Knights. As much as I wish we could. I didn't draw any of our counters to the Oxford Knights. Well, we did deal 2 damage to everything. Oh, I can, Races of the Rush. That does technically work. I'm gonna put the archers... No, we're just gonna ignore the bottom. Preaching Vice can also kill these immortal... Well, no, they can't. They can bring them down to 10. But I'm gonna play this when they get closer. They have enough HP to stop the charge. And, ooh, now I could even attack buff most of them. I think including the archers is probably better. Now these piercing guys down here, I've got nothing that can actually kill them in my hand right now. If I'd drawn the Blade Magic Circle, that would have... Actually, if I had drawn either of these, they would have died because they only have 2 health. So I can delay them with the Companion Sheep. I think that's probably what we do. I'm just going to play my stuff here. And then when they get close, I will force them to turn around with the sheep, which will delay them. And now they'll get distracted by this stuff. And they're all dead. Because I just dealt 4 damage to everything. Fantastic. That is something I can get behind. I should have just Oxford Knights. I really should have. Well, too late now. We might take a bunch of charge damage here. Oh no, just a little bit. Not bad at all. Now we Oxford Knights. This Death Mask is actually putting in work. I probably should have re-rolled that relic. I don't need more food slots. Vanguard is very good for stalling. And we got 2 buff cards to get more attack, which makes it a soft win condition. We'll call it that. Reduce the mana of the summon cards that summon only 1 unit by 1. Well, I don't know if that works because we've got the red letter. And even this is summoning 2. It actually does nothing for us right now. And this is terrible. So I guess I'll take the priest breastplate, but it doesn't actually help us. At least not right now. I'm going to go up here because I want to enhance more cards. This is where the 2 damage from Death Mask is going to be less useful. than it once was. I think I'm just gonna play out basic cards. Save our light cav for later, since it is exhaust. It's really unfortunate that I expected this to be a cav deck. We didn't get any other calves, so. Wow, these guys went down to 1 HP. I didn't draw Blade Magic Circle, which would have been fantastic for this. But Indomitable can definitely stall this out. And I will Internet Archive just so I can keep Protective Light in my hand. I don't know why he's buffing his barricade, but sure. Let's get that over there. Preaching Vice to remove these barricades immediately. Or I could buff my units here. If I buff, I can also have the sheep included in it. Killing the barricades is not that important. Oh, it just kind of skipped me being able to retain a card. Cool. Alright then. I think we are going to need to play stuff on the bottom lane here. But I can afford to play a little slow. We've got these guys walling for our infinite archers being summoned. Let's actually keep the solidifying will. It is cheap. I have to, because it would be really nice to buff all these archers. I really should have played more stuff down here. Oh well. This is called greed. We're good enough. We killed him. And it skipped my choice of retaining a card again. Oh well. What can you do? I think we can win, actually. Probably. That was not enough damage. Wow. Oh, okay, not all of them attacked in. That's why. Well, we can do this. That'll be enough. There we go. Tempting offer, another Blade Magic Circle. I'm gonna take it. We're just gonna, I guess, do kind of a base card deck. Oddly enough. I think I make Preaching Vice 0 cost. Or Protective Light 1 cost. Really like Preaching Vice. Now our deck is getting kind of large. We've got 22 cards in it. Let me put the barracks back in. Increase number of units by 1. Okay. Always being at the bottom really sucks, but so does increased mana. Mainly because we don't have any plus mana relics right now. So I'd be relying on a mana stone to be able to play it. Being at the bottom means we have to go through 22 cards before we can actually use it. Let's make this cheaper. Because that is give 2 protection because of the Eagle Feather. And 1 mana for 2 protection in a large area, which can include my own commander, is very strong. I can make these things 3 HP with Preaching Vice. And then their attack doesn't matter against guards. And the spiders are too slow to reach us this turn, the small ones. Well, I just did 4 damage to everything because of Blade Magic Circle. It's pretty nice. I don't have a great way to deal with these. There's a lot of options to work with. Oxford Knights is definitely too premature. Well, I think what I'm going to do is actually just this. It was tempting to play Blade Magic Circle, but I think we just need more stuff for a little while. Oh, well. Okay, he didn't make these ones immune, luckily. Everything that wasn't immune died. All these base cards. Fantastic. These have protection still. But these guys... they still have some HP, so buffing them would be reasonable. But I think they're not going to survive too much longer. Especially since these things are invulnerable and can't die. So let us... off these guys. And I will use our Mana Stone and Indigo. Then I can keep maybe this Faces the Rush. All this is gonna die, but that's whatever. Okay, we finally made it through our deck, so I can start piling up barracks. Hopefully they don't reach me. I again just skipped my option to retain a card. Whatever, it's fine. It might be time. We need to clear things out here. I'm losing on both fronts. We will very quickly come out on top on the bottom lane. So I mostly need to deal with the top lane. That's what I'm thinking. Giving them protection is better than attack, I do believe. 2 attack will not let me one-shot these guys, so... But protection can let them survive longer and therefore deal more damage. I'm taking a bunch of face damage, but we have a lot of HP anyways. Let's keep this. I think it's time to play that. It's time. Buffing all these would be really nice. But buffing these, because they all have protection. I think that's worthwhile. I could have swapped maybe and then did it. I think if I swap these ones, they can get shot. I specifically didn't do that one because it was going to hit me in the face. And I didn't want to take more damage. No, well, okay. I don't know why they retain from Indigo. What is it? Indigo. I don't even remember what it's called. Archive. Indigo Archive. I don't know why they retain. Sometimes doesn't work. No idea. I could swap these so they're less scary. They only do 1 damage. The little spiders will do more damage though. So it is a little dangerous. Just a little bit. I want to give protection to these. I mean, it's pretty good. There's a lot of damage that they will do. Yeah, not bad. Oh, because I swapped their attacks and health, they didn't die, but whatever. Let's play this. Play this. Play this. This is a great time to buff these. Yeah, that's strong. That's real strong. Now, we can just win. Just win. They're all stuck by web. Okay. I don't think I actually have... yeah, I used our light cav, so... That was kind of pointless, but... Good enough. Well, there you go. There you go. Gain 1 mana served around. We need that. I want pulled teeth. Chapter 3 is a little dangerous to do that in. I don't think I want any of these. We restore our health, or let's just lose max HP. I think we're fine. 1 mana every 4 turns. Could also reroll for something better, but we could definitely use that mana. Well, there's a shop straight ahead, and we've got some money. Take that. Then Wacky Labs. Get the letter, or drop the letter off rather. Yes, we already have it. Good. Then we can go do Danger Battle, and all pretty straightforward from there. So in 3 turns, he's going to blow up all of his own units and heal based on however many are left. I'm actually just going to play both our Blade Circles now. And we will probably take a bit of damage from these archers. I could reduce it slightly with Preaching Vice, I guess. Not much. I'll take 3 less damage doing it. Or, since these orcs won't reach me... whatever. I'm not going to overthink it too much. Yep. That is, you know, honestly fine. I didn't draw anything good in terms of units. But we did get to do this. Attack buffs and protection makes them at least less shit. I don't have any free placement, do I? I don't believe so. I just have to survive this turn, and then he will blow all of his own units up, so... Definitely have options. But as you can see, when these things have this much HP, it doesn't really matter when if I'm doing 2 damage to everything with the Death Mask. I could Oxford Knights because they are quite tanky. They are armored against these melee and shielded against the ranged. Or I could just try and play out a bunch of stuff. And hope for the best that way. Oh, well, that was a waste, but whatever. Not like the attack speed would have been much better. I'm gonna take a little tiny bit of damage. But not too much. Not too much at all. Having the barracks always be at the end of the bottom of my deck kind of hurts. Hurts a little bit. Get these out. Didn't let me retain a card, but oh well. Well, flipping those doesn't help at all. You could flip the ones on top and then shoot them with archers to one-shot them, potentially. Yeah, that does work. Now we're pretty close to winning, but that's a lot of HP, so maybe not. I need... That is 12 units. Give them protection. They can chew through a lot of stuff. Get a little bit of mana. No, I think that's probably worth it. I continue to charge on top. And we can probably finish them off with Oxford Knights if we don't win this time around, but it looks like we are going to. Cataphract, hey, finally. That's what we need to see. Better late than never, I guess, and all the way in chapter 3. Wacky Works Lab. Use Cataphract. Gain stealth. Being faster is not terrible. Let's have +1 unit. Grant volatile. Okay. So if I draw it in my hand, I better play it. A risky proposition since it cost 2. I'd have to play it turn 1. I can do that actually. That is fine with me. These things are pretty slow. Oh, they're actually kind of fast. I will delay them. But I think if I just flip all these, we can just win turn 1. If not turn 1, turn 2. Yeah. The power. Oh, Scrap Iron Forge. Making a copy is also really good though. Letter of recommendation. I think Scrap Iron Forge is considerably better for us though. We don't have that much exhaust, but we do have, you know, our barracks, our light cav, mana stones. It adds up. Plus it is another base card that can do 2 damage to everything on the field whenever we draw it. I unfortunately didn't get to make our cataphracts cheaper. However, that's likely fine. Because I can do swap, attack buff, protection. So now these are 15 4s with 2 protection each. They can charge forward, destroy this, and probably just kill the boss. Almost. They don't win this turn, it'll be very, very close. Yep, just like that. Poked him a couple times. Inscription. Choose 1 card from the exhaust pile and put it into your hand. Exhaust. I mean, I can swap it back and play. That's actually really good for us. That is quite good. Another tribal merchant. Well, let's remove a card first. Goodbye, amateur militia, since I don't need you. Let's take the merchant. Another solidifying will. These are kind of soft card draw because we have the white tassel. If I draw it, I also draw another card along with it. But our deck is really, really thick right now, and our barracks, unfortunately, is always last. Might actually be worth buying food instead, since we don't have any right now. Well, I'm gonna put the cataphracts back in. Remove volatile. Always placed at the bottom. No. Reduce attack damage by 5 is also terrible for us, so I guess it'll just have to sit at the bottom. Get a legendary relic. 1 gold every time you kill an enemy unit. 1 additional card each turn. I guess card draw is good. We don't have anything that's populating our hand with tons of garbage, so not like we'll miss out on that. There's no shops we're going to, so gold doesn't help us, so I'll take the organizer. What relic are we going to get here? Food activates twice. Increases your commander's max HP by 5 each time a base card's used. A bit late for that, but I'll take it. Double food proc was also tempting, but... Well, this is moderately scary. That's a lot of dudes. Might have to just wall. With the vanguards. For a turn. Can I destroy this? I can. I think that's worth doing. If I want to minimize how many of those we'll draw. Please? Okay, we're good. This combat's always like really deadly, I find. What do I have in my exhaust? I could get a mana stone back. That doesn't really help us. Well, I can make... Let's go see what random... Okay, cataphract. That definitely helps. I think we'll be fine up top for 1 turn. I can probably do this to have a mana stone for future turn. They're just filling our deck with these trash cards, and I hate them. But I could just ignore the top, potentially, and just go for the kill. We're not going to be able to do enough damage to this guy. I don't have the combo. Doing this can draw. We're getting there. We're getting somewhere. This is exhaust, so if I play it... I think it's worth the little bit of HP I'd take from doing that. That's good. Only have 1 mana right now. Is it worth giving them protection or solidifying will? Give them the double protection. I think that's good enough. We don't really need to worry any more than that. We should have enough to just muscle our way through a victory. We might use our food. Never mind. Never mind. Dude, he's just filling our deck with this trash, and I hate it. I hate it so much. I don't want to take 2 damage that many times, man. Please, sir. I mean, this is a net bonus for reducing damage. We will eventually overpower him because we get free archers along the top forever, but... oh, cataphracts. That'll definitely help down here. I'm just actually gonna do this. Speed this process up. Why have food if you don't use it, huh? God, it's so... This combat is kind of brutal sometimes. And if you have like the double exhaust relic, where all exhaust cards happen twice, it's doubly bad. It's so horrific. Just gonna buff these and we can win that way. There we go. Remove 2 cards. Goodbye, militia. War treaty. We would have to draw at the same time as other tactics cards. Like these, and have them apply twice. I mean, that is quite good, though. I'll take it. Only because it's already enhanced. It only costs 1 mana. Well, Scrap Iron Forge to start with is great. Can't really complain about that. Ooh, well, yes. Although, can't afford to play this. Wait. Oh, next turn I'd get extra mana. Give them protection. And then swap them so they do more damage that way. That is technically a better buff than the +2 from Solidifying Will. Although, killing these instantly is kind of worthwhile. Let's get the this back. Oh crap, I gave them a whole bunch of light cav. Was debatably worth it. I'll probably just buff all this and win without having to worry about the top, but I also don't want to die to that stuff. It's like, how much of a coward do I want to be? I'll probably distract top if I need to with the companion sheep. Please don't hit. Oh, we're good. We're more than good. The archers spawned enough, or early enough to draw aggro. And that, right there, is why. That card is so good so many times. Has a lot of uses to swap. You can use it offensively yourself. You can use it to kill enemy structures. You can use it to weaken enemy units. It's incredible. Side path search. I think we actually need this. We don't have any free placement right now. And free placement really speeds up the final combat against the hidden chapter boss. I can remove a card, but I'm not sure what to remove. Maybe just a militia archer. That is reasonable. Alright, so I could heal, or I can enhance a card. I think enhancing Scrap Iron Forge to always be first is quite reasonable. Or side path search, so we can reuse it over and over again. I think Scrap Iron Forge will be the most useful. The guarantee be in my opening hand. Because that will guarantee that I can get card draw going. It also means on turn 1, I will do 2 damage to everything. Boom. At minimum. So, I think I'm going to play the first turn pretty slowly here. Okay. Could get... Funny thing about that is it pays for itself, which allows me to then cycle more and draw more They are armored, so they're only taking 1 damage each from the base cards. Right now, they're just going to copy with Faceless 1 Subtribal Merchants, which are... that seems fine. Don't mind giving them that. Attack buffing them is not going to help. It just isn't. They're going to all die to the bowman. I think I'm just going to play this and Reaching Vice that to kill it. Yeah. That's what I expected to happen. So let's keep you in my hand just in case. That is so many units. That's so many units. Oh, that's terrifying. I've gone through our whole deck, huh? Just about. Cataphracts are next. If I play 1 exhaust card, I can get our Cataphracts out. That also means I should really play this. I have space in my hand? I do. Fire, that's not really going to help me. Will this work? Get light cav for free? Apparently not. Apparently not. Though it didn't cost me anything for some reason. The last thing I played are sheep, so they will draw a bunch of sheep. I'm gonna wait till these spawn and then hopefully I can protective light them. Please? Please? Okay, that killed most of these. Now I have to deal with up top here. So I think what I'm gonna do is this. You've got a lot of work to do. You have a lot of work to do. Make sure we have all of our options. Okay. I really want to be damage buffing these because they will help a lot. Question is, do I just do that or do I play other stuff? I can play sheep because they can also benefit from that. I'm definitely gonna do this. Yeah, I think this is fine to do. This will give our archers extra range. I probably want to keep this. That's really useful. We're actually just ripping through them now. Let's play our pasture clearing. If I play that, they're gonna... Actually, no, that happens in 2 turns? Would they copy us? Now, these guys won't survive forever. I do have to back them up a little bit. Now, I can make them have a lot less HP. And it didn't let me keep any of my cards. It just skipped it. Cool. I'm gonna war tree. I'm going to anticipate that I will want to play some powerful cards here. These will activate twice. That's pretty strong. So how much... Oh, I can just kill these instantly, huh? Breaching Vice. Kaboom! Wow, that's really, really strong. I'm going to keep all of our archers in place. Keep them building up in the same place. That way we can keep buffing them. But War Treaty again. I think doing this is probably better. They have a bunch of sheep, which I can just immediately murder. Not that it helps me a lot. Okay, one down. This is neat. My entire hand is full. Well, I'm gonna War Treaty. We're going to double buff, double buff. That's fine. Is this worth doing? Maybe. The last thing I play are the sheep, then that will be what they clone. Yeah, I think we're just fine to win this way. Alright, that's was surprisingly better than I would have thought. No longer gain food. We're not going to be gaining any food, so that seems fine. Another pasture clearing. I'll take it. We can potentially get our cataphracts to be free. I want to fully heal. Yeah, let's just fully heal. Let's not play around. Our deck isn't like super duper cheap. I think enhancing our cataphracts is probably a good idea. Tribal Merchant as well. If only because it allows us to... Ooh, maybe I Cypass Search. That is the smart play. To do Cypass Search. Because as good as Tribal Merchant is to help us, it being zero cost means it won't do any damage to us. Cypass Search really lets us cut down on how... That's fine. Let's just do the Tribal Merchant. That is card draw. That's more mana. It won't hurt us in this final battle, so we can play as much as we want. Oh, Crack Shield. That'll help us once. Nope. Probably won't help at all, really. I guess turn one, we can play as many cards as we want. And I'll just take the first instance of the damage. So if I play... I should really play this first. Screw it. Take one more damage, but... I only got this one. I didn't get the good horse. Well, he's gonna do 5 damage to us. That's okay. I could get our Mana Stone back, or I could get more Light Calf. This is technically better. And then I can swap their stats around. We can do more damage to the eye. I didn't draw protection, so I'm gonna take that 5 damage to the face. He's gonna convert units, but these should all die anyways. I don't think he can convert archers. Or like the barracks, I mean. Cypass Search on this is really strong. This is also pretty good. I should use it on myself. Give myself 2 protection. And then I can avoid taking... Okay, I don't need protection this turn. Getting more damage here is better. I'm gonna play Indigo Archive. Oh my gosh, that did so much damage. Way more than I thought it would. Gonna be afraid. But we're just gonna kill him here. So I can afford to set up with a mana stone. I probably don't need to play anything else. Unless I want to get Blade Circle going. That could be worthwhile. These things are already going to do enough damage. Good. Let me keep this. No, let's keep the free card. So he's gonna be afraid. I've got protection for my face, so I can actually afford to do this. I was gonna swap them, but my sheep are gonna die if I do that. This works. And then, is that worthwhile? Yeah. I could give them protection, which could just win us the game, or I could play safe. You know, 15 damage to us is gonna be fine. I would rather, or whatever amount of damage this ends up being, make it much more likely for us to win now, or very close to winning. Oh. I mean, that's fine, because we're just about to win. Very good. Not bad at all. We had way more HP than we needed. And that is one of very many ways you could win on, you know, a pretty average difficulty level with Richard. And when we look at our deck, there's so many more ways that you could lean into one particular direction or another to get a good victory condition. You don't need like this particular combination, that's for sure. Like if you really leaned into barracks, like removed exhaust from it and got way more barracks, and then got the militia card, anything that buffed militia cards, like the drill instructor, that could be a win condition all on its own. Obviously, scrap iron forge and mana stones will always just be really good base of attack. As you saw, where is it? Reaching Vice. Extremely flexible card that you can just use pretty much no matter what your deck is. It's quite clutch. The Vanguard, if you go hard into that and have it have more and more units and then keep buffing them, if you get the base card Healing Springs to go along with it, these things can become basically unkillable. I mean, if our light cav hadn't been exhausted most of that time, we could have spammed those out a lot as well. Yeah. Pretty solid deck. The Death Mask was better than I expected it to be. Alright, I'll see you guys next time where we will take on the next one.